Whoa. All right. A friend of mine have two wives already, and then decided to marry the third wife. And indeed, so each time he's making love to the third wife, he wets the bed so badly. And then he was wondering, why is this happening? Asked the lady, why are you wetting the bed so much? She said she's excited. So he was confused because the rest of the wives don't wet the bed as the last wife does. So he went to his friend and he asked a question and he said, hey, how come my last wife is always wetting the bed? And the wife said, no. Or he not said, or is she, trying to relieve herself, or is she peeing on the bed? The man said no to him that she's sweating. That was the first time he had, has had the word sweat. So he said, what is sweating? And the friend explained to him that some women sweat and some don't. So he was surprised and he went back home and he approached the rest wives and said, hey, how come Amanda sweat and the two of you don't sweat? That why? So are you people not excited? The wives were surprised. They were pondering, wondering. And he told them that means when I'm making love to you, you guys are not excited enough to sweat because Amanda, my last wife, sweats all the time. So that brought confusion to the house. And then the wives approached and asked a question by saying, what would they do? The rest of the wife was asking, what would they do to sweat? I don't have an answer for that. But we know that some women sweat and some don't sweat. So I'm surprised as upfront with every information, every answer. Question was thrown at me and I couldn't answer. I'm not a lady. And I was shocked. I was wondering. And that's why I'm bringing it up to this podcast. Some women sweat and some don't sweat. Now men are beginning to enjoy those women that sweat because they feel that when you sweat, you have so much excitement in you. And the ones that don't, maybe they're not excited. Because each time a man makes love, we all know what happens, ejaculation. So men are beginning to wonder, some men are beginning to wonder now, if a woman can square, why isn't A and B doing the same? Is it that they're not excited or the man is not able to get them to that ecstasy I was trying to explain as well? So maybe someone will be able to help. But I, the advice I gave to the man is try as much as possible to differentiate your wives. You're already involved with three. Everybody's different. I don't know your take on this. But one squirt, rest of them doesn't. I mean, if you check yourself, most men, you know that you might have been with 166 or 2,000 women. You'd be surprised that out of those 2,000 women that you've been with, two or three squirts, the rest don't. That might ponder. You might wonder why. I'm wondering too. Food for thought. Word.